Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan.
Shubhodayam. Page number 7. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Page number 74. Yes, Swami is saying about unity and morality. And the wonderful saying, everything that makes us for unity is moral. Everything that makes for diversity is immoral. Know the one without a second, that is perfection. The one who manifests in all is the basis of the universe, and all religion, all knowledge must come to this point. Everything that makes for unity. The wonderful saying teaches us that the harmony or interconnectedness or seeing the sameness in all beings, that is moral. How that will happen? We see several religions, several countries, several languages, several cultures. But we all be recognized under one term, that is human beings, isn't it? In the same way, if we are all human beings, but we have different thoughts, different thought processes, different ideas and different conceptions about the ultimate truth. Man has born to attain that highest truth, but according to the circumstances he was in, he will be treading different paths to reach that ultimate reality. In that process, these cultures and traditions have been developed, and we see, if we see only the external things, we are mistaken that there are different or diverse forms of religion or culture. But when we remember each soul is potentially divine, and that each soul is trying to unite with the greatest soul, supreme soul, that Paramatman, then we can have that understanding that we are all united in one way. That is to reach that highest ideal. In that way, in that process, we are all united. And the thinking that that is different and this is different. That leads to immorality and moreover quarrels and wrong. That is ultimately wrong conception actually. Knowingly or unknowingly, each soul is trying to reach its greatest soul, knowingly or unknowingly. We should remember that, and when we have that kind of thought in our minds, we do not even see that somebody are not trying for that highest ideal. You may be conscious and you may be putting conscious efforts, but in reality, as the law of the nature, each soul seeks to attain that highest truth. In the scriptures it is said, the one substance, from one substance only all this universe has emerged. All the Panchabhutas, the living beings, after the trees, plants, and all this universe, all the objects that we see are the different manifestations of those Panchabhutas. One substance. It is just like they give several times the example of the clay and different molds of the clay. Clay is same, but depending on the name and the form and the usage of it, we call it by different names. Something is called by pot, something is called lid, isn't it? And their purposes are different and their names are different, isn't it? In the same way, all the living beings also, externally they may appear as different forms, different names, having different cultures and different religions, but all should remember that we have all born to reach to that highest goal. When all religions and theories are teaching this point, they must have to come to this point only. That is Swami Vivekananda is reminding us. But in reality, when we are living in the society, we may have some needs and we may need some comforts and luxuries, isn't it? We may have to fulfill our physical needs and mental needs, isn't it? For that, on the way to God, how do we fulfill these needs without objecting, without going against this rule? Then Swamiji says, whatever it may be the action or thought or word that you use, if you are conscious and you are aware that leads to reach God, on the way to God it will lead, then we can sure and we can be happy and comfortable that it is a good action. We may become a householder, we may become a vanaprastha. That doesn't matter. But we should know in our heart of hearts, this life, the actions that I am performing every day, these things will lead to reach that highest goal. And several people think to help this world, to serve this world, and they start reforms. Taking about nature care or giving food to the people, all those are good things only. But this world will be always the mixture of good and bad. And according to we see, that is only produces in us the feeling of good and bad. Actually, how we should do good to this world is for our by working for the self-realization. In that process, whatever you do for self-realization, the good to the world will happen through you automatically. It will be a byproduct. It should be a byproduct. Swami Vivekananda's Guru, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, if God appears in front of you, what do you ask? Will you ask him to build hospitals or dispensaries or Anadana Satras or what? Isn't it? That is, the social service is different and serving man as a God is different. Spiritual service is the greatest service that we have to remember. In that way, we neither do good to the world, neither bad. We perform our action and we will also lead us to reach to the highest goal. In that way, we will do greater good to the society. Okay? All the best and please proceed to class.